Hi, welcome to the Restaurant FLSA Toolkit. My name is Stephen Lights, and I'm a certified HR professional, and I'm going to be instructing you during this course. Thank you so much for being here. So we want to talk about who this course is going to be for. Well, I think it's important to target this towards restaurant owners, the management staff that are running the operations within the restaurant, and of course, payroll staff who are responsible for paying the employees in the restaurant. So why am I even teaching this? Well, it's pretty simple. Over $27 million in lost wages have been recovered by the Department of Labor for a multitude of restaurants just in 2023 alone. And that's no small number. But what I can tell you is that half of the wages that have been recovered, that's what's considered liquidated damages or penalties. So as you can see, I've separated it between $13 million in back wages and $13 million in liquidated damages. It's important to note that when an employee goes to the Department of Labor and says, "Hey, I've been underpaid by my employer," it automatically triggers an investigation by the Department of Labor. When they come in there and if they find issues, not only do you owe the back wages, which is what they actually missed in compensation, you also have to pay an additional amount on top of it, which is called liquidated damages. So instead of paying just $13 million in back wages, you now have to pay double, which is basically an additional amount. So the whole point of this is I want to save you from these problems. I want to try and educate you on these things because I really don't want you to make these mistakes. I want to save you that money. So here's the thing. If I teach you this properly, and if you pay attention to this and actually incorporate the items that I'm trying to teach you, this could save you from damages for missed wages. In other words, if you find these mistakes yourself, you just need to pay the back wages, and you can voluntarily report this to the Department of Labor. The other thing is you can, of course, miss penalties and stay away from and avoid penalties from the government. Who wants to pay penalties or have to pay liquidated damages when you can do this all yourself? The other thing is when you have to pay these back wages and the liquidated damages, you're also going to have to pay additional taxes on this. When we say additional taxes, we mean that you're going to have to pay the employer portion of Social Security, Medicare, and of course, any other applicable taxes. But the employee also has to pay taxes too. So it triggers additional taxes you have to pay because you have to pay these wages back. But the biggest reason of all is that poor public exposure damages the reputation of your restaurant. Learning about this can prevent these problems and put you in a better situation to handle this on a go-forward basis. So we want to focus on the problem areas that have come up in 2023. But this isn't just a 2023 issue. This is something that has happened for all of time. We're just reporting on the information and showing you what's happened this year so it's more relevant. We're going to look at things like what is the Fair Labor Standards Act, just so you understand what it is. We also want to talk about FLSA statuses. You need to understand the difference between exempt and non-exempt. That way you're not misclassifying employees. Then we're going to look at things like minimum wage, overtime, and tips. This is important for you to understand these as well. But then breaking down these more involved components like work week, meal periods, rounding rules, illegal deductions, record keeping, and of course, child labor regulations. So how long is this course? Well, I hope to have it to at least 1 hour of film material to help you through this. So as I recommend for everybody, grab your notebook and pen and let's go on ahead and jump in. Thank you so much, and we'll see you on the next video.